when he ignores you. Hello, my name is Chengi, the international best-selling author of the book Position for I Do, How God Delivers Mr. Right When You Live with Power and Purpose. I am your dating expert, here to teach you how to date as a high value, high status, high worth woman that men find completely irresistible. And so you, my precious one, of course, are my world. What would Chengi be without her world? And that is you, precious angels. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and do not forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and let's grow this party. Join me on Instagram and Facebook at Chengi's World, where you will get content on there that you will not find here. So let's grow that Instagram page. I can't wait to get to 10,000 so I can do the swipe up thing. Who wants to help me do the swipe up thing? I love it. I just can't wait. So join me on there. I'll be giving you nice, fresh, and we'll do some fashion. There's going to be some fun stuff going on Instagram, I promise you. So those of you who are interested in fashion and style and all these other things, that will be happening on my Instagram channel, because I want to keep this particular channel for relationships. And so today we are discussing when he ignores you. When he ignores you. Listen to me, girl. Let me tell you. There isn't a man that is serious about, wants a woman, cares about a woman, that will ignore her. Men will ignore a woman only under specific set of circumstances. Now, what matters is whether you show up as high value, high worth, or high status in any scenario in life. Now, when a man ignores you, you are sending him messages, you are texting him, you're calling him, he's not answering back, he's ignoring you. You can see the little blue ticks that he has read. You've got the red receipt that it is read, but he refuses to answer you. Then, of course, he's either ghosting you, in which case a high value girl is like, bye. And or he is trying to manage and manipulate and exploit you. There's a psychological position he wants you to be in, where you become the one who pursues, where you are the one who either grows in attraction. He is playing games here. And let me tell you something. If you've not seen some of my earlier videos, you best be going down to how many years ago, because I did a video on this channel that says do not play games with men. Listen, a high value woman just doesn't have time for silly games, okay? Now, if you've had, and I'm talking about a guy you've just met and he just goes AWOL or starts to ignore you, you know he's reading your stuff, you know he's following you on socials, but he ignores you, I want you to take a big red pen. I want you to delete, and block him from your life forever, because this is the beginnings of a toxic, controlling, manipulative, narcissistic relationship. Ignoring somebody who you know you didn't do anything wrong, he does not even have the courtesy to communicate with you. This person is not worthy of you. This person will cost you more than you think that they will. Now, sometimes a man will ignore you after maybe you've had a really bad fight. He's ignoring you because he is either processing his emotions, deciding how he wants to handle it. But I will tell you this is not a mature man. A mature man is able to keep communication. He's able to communicate, hey babe, listen, just give me some space, just give me some time, I just need to do some thinking, or I just need some time, I just need some space. And if a guy has said that to you and you're freaking out, watch my video when he asks for space, okay? So we're not going to repeat ourselves as to what to do in that situation. But if a man, after you've had an argument, of course, give him at least 24 hours to breathe. If you know you've had an argument and some harsh things were said, and then you decide to start sending him messages and he's ignoring them, it's not that he doesn't care, it's because he is processing, but he hasn't developed the maturity or the emotional intelligence to be able to communicate what he's going through. And if they're immature, then they could also be using that ignoring to punish you. Again, it's really up to you to decide if you want to be in a punitive relationship. It's up to you to decide if this relationship is worthy of you. Now, obviously, if you've done something horrific, like slept with his best friend or his brother or something like that, of course, I wouldn't, if he came to me, I'd be like, ignore her, block her, never talk to her again, because at this point you have done something that is very, very hard to forgive. It's not that he might not love you enough to forgive it, but there are some things that we do that are completely out of order that, of course, he would be well within his rights to ignore you, especially if he's somebody who respects himself, somebody who thinks highly of himself. He's just not going to entertain your desperate begging and your desperate texts. So when a man ignores you, you really have to look at what are the conditions around it. Am I just being ignored out of nowhere? We had a great time and he's ignored me and is gone. Did we have a moderate fight between us that was angry words were spoken? And how he is responding to this anger is letting you know how mature he is. And you have to decide, okay, this is where he is in his maturity, and I'm prepared to journey with him until he gets to more maturity. Or actually, you just shown me who you are, and so it's easier for me to decide whether I want to stay or go. Again, this is about your personal maturity. You know, I personally don't entertain for very long certain red flags, because if I am going to be with somebody, I don't need them to be immature, because I have so much that I have to do beyond the relationship, and so many other people I have to carry emotionally and spiritually, including you wonderful angels, that I cannot afford to be raising a man as well at the same time. So it's really about you, your purpose, and your priorities, about what you are prepared to do. And then, of course, there's that third element where you have done something completely diabolical. You slept with his brother, his dad, or his best friend, or were thinking of doing it and had enough evidence that you're about to do it. And in that case, of course, he has every right to ignore you. So those are the three scenarios of why a man would ignore you and what you would do about it. Now, obviously, the first two scenarios are really about you, how you want to show up, how you believe that you want to be treated. Okay, if somebody just ignores you, do you want to be in a relationship with somebody who's just going to fall off grid for a week, a month, when you need them most, when a tragedy hits your family and something happens at home and you can't reach out to them because they're ignoring you for whatever reason you don't know, because it creates an energy that is very toxic, because then you are constantly put in the position of the masculine pursuing, and that is very unhealthy for us as women, because we need to feel stable, we need to feel good to do good. We only love our mates when we're feeling good about them, and when we don't feel good, we don't do good. Okay, we're not able to exhibit that goodness that we have on the inside of ourselves. And so that is a decision that you have to make. Now, when it comes to the second scenario of a fight, then what you have to do is communicate how you would wish for him in future instances to relate to you, or he will lose you. So, you know, you would say to him, honey, I know that we had a terrible fight. You know, this is obviously when he comes back and is willing to talk. I know we had a terrible fight, and I said things that I regret, and we said things to each other that we regret. But I have to let you know that I'm very uncomfortable and unwilling to be in a relationship with somebody that ignores me, gives me no signals, and this is something that I will not be able to stand for in a relationship. So I would really appreciate it if you would just send me a text saying, sweetheart, just give me some time, I need to think, or give me a day or two, I need to think, and I'll be more than happy to give you the time and space you deserve. And of course, the third scenario is a scenario where I believe you just need to walk away, let the wound heal, and perhaps in time, if he does want to forgive you, if he does love you, if he wants to reach out, then you have to leave that to him. But your ability to just say, listen, I'm sorry, and leave him and give him all the space in the world as you get on with your life. Do not go and get on with your life and show him that you're having a great time when you have wounded him. But, you know, you have to show a little bit of penance, but, you know, keep a low profile and just continue to build on whatever it is, but let him know that you're sorry and that you're always open to talk when you're ready. So I certainly hope this video was helpful. In the meantime, if you'd like to speak to me one-to-one, please check the description box below for the link to book your consultation with me, a discovery call, and we will talk about how I can help you whatever your scenario and your situation is. In the meantime, angels, take care of you. Love you lots. Mwah. Bye-bye now.